Happy Mommy Monday.
What?
Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devil Show.
Honestly,
Brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, even leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. I'm Anthony Toshri, joined as always by Shane Diefenbach, Shawn DePaz. The gents hopefully will be joining me back here shortly. Come on, I got to keep you on your toes every now and again.
It's not keeping me on my toes.
Why not? Why is that not keeping you on your toes?
Because yeah.
What's wrong with a Mommy Monday?
Stop saying it.
What? What's wrong with a Mommy Monday?
What are we talking about today? Hey Joe, nice new profile picture.
Oh, let's
Wow,
go.
Let's go.
look at that.
It's fucking cold today, boys. Like, too cold.
Nice to see you, Petey. Welcome to the PHNX Sun Devil Show.
It gets cold. I feel like I'm back home. It was genuinely like, it's the most cold it's ever been.
It's like in the 30s today, right?
Yeah, I like sleeping in the cold.
So do I.
Sleeping in the cold.
Sleep, yes.
Okay, I think.
As opposed to sleeping outside of the cold. Why was the in the part that tripped you up?
I don't
there?
know. It just did.
And I don't turn my heater on usually because it's not that bad.
Mhm.
This morning I had to turn my heater on before I got in the shower because I knew I was going to be freezing when I got out of it. It was so cold in my room this morning.
Nothing worse than it being like kind of nice and you having your window open and then going to take a shower and realizing afterwards
it was a
that
bad
it's
idea.
much colder when you're wet.
Yeah. It was so cold that normally my scrolling of Twitter for about 5 minutes when I wake up is one arm out,
Mhm.
one arm under. Both arms were under, and
Yeah.
I was a little burrito.
Yes, I've been there. Yeah, it was like I wanted a heated steering wheel. Like it was hard to drive this morning. I don't like it.
Is there anything that goes crazier when it comes to like customizable features in a car than like seat warmers?
Yes, there are a lot of things that go crazy.
Really?
100%.
To answer your
what?
question,
Seat warmers go crazy.
actually, yes, they're the fucking best.
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
They're the
Especially
best.
if you lived in a cold place.
Yes.
Seat warmers are the best.
I will say I would rather a heated steering wheel is better than a heated because my mom's car had a heated steering wheel, and when it's 20 degrees and you get in the car and your fingers are fucking like frozen like this, and
Yeah.
it's so nice.
Hands are like red and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's tough. Let's get into some basketball talk.
Why not?
Just for a little bit, then we can go back to talking about the cold weather like everybody wants. Arizona State, fresh off back-to-back home losses against the LA schools.
Not ideal.
Not ideal. We've talked already a little bit at length about the USC game specifically, and just the way that game was played from start to finish was uncharacteristic of this team, I would say.
They would say.
They would
They
say
have
as well.
said.
But it's not, and again, I know we've talked about it before, but we've had a couple days to let it rest, I guess, marinate with us.
Stew, if you will.
It is not something to panic
Simmer?
about. Right?
Broil.
We don't hit the panic button yet.
No.
But you lose one of these next two and you panic? Like, do you have to win them both? Do you feel like to not start to be worried about the tournament chances of this team?
I mean, yeah. If you lose one of these next two, you're definitely worried. It's not time to panic though. These losses, like ASU coming back from 24 points to make it 8 is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because inexcusable would be double digits at home, both for both games. But again,
Yeah.
that's because expectations rose, and as I said on the show, reasonably so. But you have to keep it all into perspective. Yeah, I think you need. I mean, I don't see them losing either of these games.
You don't see them losing it.
Just because of how this homestand ended.
Yeah, I mean, it ultimately depends, I guess, on how they lose, obviously. But I would definitely, again, depending on how it goes, would definitely be more alarmed by a Washington State loss than a Washington loss.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm more scared of Washington State.
Well, the only reason I say that, not that I'm necessarily scared of one more than of one than the other, but I think if they lose to Washington, there's a chance it's like, the zone fucked with them. You can kind of just chalk it up to the zone. Again, depending on how the loss happens if they were to lose. Washington State doesn't necessarily have that built-in excuse.
But Washington State, the built-in excuse is they could shoot 60% from 3. And
yeah, I mean, there's a built-in excuse with any loss.
yeah, but
Fuck the excuses. Just go win.
Well, yes, but all I'm saying is that if like they were to lose one of these games, I would rather them lose to Washington, I guess, because it might just been they had a tough time with the zone. Warren Washington wasn't hitting his open shots from the free throw line type thing, like whatever it might be. But yes, don't lose either of them. Maybe don't ever lose another game again.
yeah.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
I'm glad that, let me see, Washington State, I think, has another game before. Yes, they play.
They play on the Thursday.
They play U of A at home. Hopefully, Mohamed Gay goes crazy in that game because he had 0 points against the Buffs, which is crazy in 20 minutes. Didn't do much against ASU. TJ Bamba as well. Didn't do almost. He finished like 4 points or something, maybe even 2. He had 18 against Colorado. So keeping those two at bay and making sure that Jabe Mullins, yes, Jabe with a B, that's a real name, doesn't shoot the lights out.
Okay. Well, let's go through these next 11 games here, and let's see where we have Arizona State. With 11 left, they're at Washington, then at Washington State. I have them losing to Washington and then beating Washington State.
You have them losing to Washington.
I have them losing to Washington.
After 2 terrible. What makes you think they're not going to get up for their next game after their work?
It's not necessarily that I don't think they're going to be up, but it's Bobby Hurley teams have struggled against the zone at certain points of the season, and this is a team that already has struggled offensively.
Okay, but this is also a team that has already seen this zone.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And has beat it.
I agree.
Interestingly, after the only other time this season they've lost 2 straight games, they played Washington and Washington State, and they obviously won both. I don't think they're losing either of these games.
No.
So you have them both. You both have them sweeping Washington.
And
it's obviously possible.
The road trip, as Joe mentions, this is the toughest trip in the pack.
Yeah.
Like for ASU, they just the
Furthest
weird things happen on the PNW, dude. Like, yeah, you got to take these. I mean, I didn't expect them to do what they did at Oregon as well as they did. Obviously, look,
it's a late tip too. It's a 9 p.m. tip at Washington.
8 p.m. in Washington.
8 p.m. in Washington, 9 p.m. here.
8 p.m. in Washington, great Drake song. I think they get up and they're fine for both.
Okay, then you're back at home, starting with Oregon State and Oregon. I have them beating Oregon State and then dropping to Oregon. So I'm going 2-2 in their next 4.
That's crazy.
I think they beat Oregon. I don't think it's crazy. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they lost to Oregon. Me trying to be realistic and understand that they're not going to win out the rest of the season. Oregon is a game that I could see them losing, and I would obviously not be happy about it. But if Oregon is playing the way that they've been playing the last couple of games since the ASU game, that's a very tough team to beat. So
I have them going 3-1 in those 4, and as Joe says, losing in Pullman. I think that's going to be.
Oh, you have them losing in Pullman.
That's going to be much harder than Washington.
Interesting.
I think they lose 1 over the next 4, and I think it's the Oregon game.
Okay, so you both having. Wow, words are hard. You both have them going 3-1 in the next 4. Yes. I got them 2-2. Then I have them going on a 4-game win streak, beating Stanford, Cal, Colorado, and Utah. That Utah game is going to be absolutely huge, especially when it comes down to seeding in the Pac-12 tournament. What do you guys have for those next 4?
4 wins. Colorado and Utah is going to be tough. I don't want this to come off as just like blind confidence. I think they're going to run away with all of these games. I could easily see them losing almost any of these games, with the exception of Stanford and Cal. There's no reason they should lose those. So, like, if they lose to Colorado, like, I think Utah and Colorado are going to be toss-ups. Like, I think they're going to be very close games.
Yeah. You think they're both close games?
I think so.
Okay.
ASU doesn't really – they don't blow teams out. With the exception of Oregon. All of their games have been close, really. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost to Colorado or Utah, but I think they're the better team than those 2 teams. So, I think they win.
Shane, you have them going undefeated?
The pack's hard, man.
That's kind of where
I don't see them winning 4 straight the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm struggling with, only because
I think they beat Oregon State, Oregon, Stanford, Cal, but then they're dropping one of those at home. Those teams are they're going to play you too tough. I think
4 p.m. game against Utah is also asking for something weird.
I know this might sound silly, but that Stanford game is not going to be easy at Stanford.
I mean, Stanford just played Oregon pretty tough.
I mean, they're not. They got talent, man. They do.
Yeah, they're not the worst team in the conference. I don't think.
Oh, but that Cal is
playing like the worst team in the conference.
Yeah. Okay, so then the final 3. So I've got them going 6-2 leading into those final 3 games. I don't think there's a tougher way to end your season than the way ASU does. They're at Arizona.
They're taking one of these 2 games.
They're at UCLA and they're at USC. I have them dropping the Arizona and UCLA game and beating USC. Finishing the season 22.
I don't know which one it is, but they're beating either Arizona or UCLA on the road. They're doing it. It's just what Bobby Hurley.
What gives you that confidence? Just because Bobby Hurley teams.
Bobby Hurley teams do that. They get one of those each year. They're getting one at least
on the road.
On the road.
They didn't last year.
But they got UCLA home. But they haven't passed. They've got Kansas on the road.
But they haven't beaten a ranked Pac-12 team yet.
No, they haven't.
And they do that.
They don't have any, like, if you look at the way the season has kind of played out.
They haven't beat anybody.
They have not beat anybody.
Creighton's looking really good. But
the Michigan loss is win is just aging like.
It's aged horribly.
Cheese, bro. And not a good kind of cheese.
No, not at all. Do you have them winning any of those final 3 games?
See,
USC owns this team. They're not winning that game.
Opposite, like of what I was saying earlier, it just kind of feels like they're going to win one. But if I'm looking, like, I don't have any reason to believe, like, individually, when I look at the games that they have left, the only games that I think individually they should lose are Arizona and UCLA.
Well, but here's the thing. The number, like, let's not look at the numbers next to their names.
Well, it's not has nothing to do with the numbers. They're both better teams than ASU.
Yeah, I know, but how much better? Not their number. I don't think their number. College basketball this year is so weird. Arizona's really good. They're really good, but they're not unbeatable, and we've seen it. UCLA is very good, but they're not unbeatable.
Yeah.
Like they're winning one of those games.
I'm not picking these games off of just like, they're going to win. Like, there's, I just feel it. Like, if I'm looking at these games individually, they are not as good of a team as Arizona.
And if you look at the way those last 2 games finished.
You look at the way, exactly.
Like, those
two teams were both clearly better than ASU in the games that they played against them.
UCLA was not clearly better until the last 2 minutes.
Last 4 minutes.
No, there was a 3-point game until 2:30. Last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, but I mean, you look at the body of work otherwise. I think UCLA is clearly
okay, but you competed though.
No, you did compete.
Yeah,
but it's going to be the same thing, right?
So
we're
just chalking it up then.
No, I'm not chalking it up. I'm just saying they shouldn't be the favorite going into either one of these games.
No shit. Yeah, of course.
And that's how I'm approaching this. They're a better team, and if my only reason for saying that ASU is going to win the game is just they win games like this, that's not a good enough reason for me to predict that they're going to win the game.
I think it is. It's so college basketball, and that's what you can do in the sport.
That's fair. Anything can happen in these games. I am finishing 22-9.
Cal is going to beat us by 33.
Stop it. Oh, that would be.
That is not the same.
I'll retire from the show if that happens.
You're going to retire if that happens?
If Cal beats ASU by exactly 33 points, I will stop doing the show.
That's going to be real rough if this comes back to bite you. 22-9.
I don't want to do the show.
22-9. Does that get you in the Big Nets?
You can't get bounced in the first round, yes. Yep.
22-9, and you win 1 game in the Pac-12 tournament, you're in.
I think so.
Will they be?
They're going to be on the bubble 22-9, and then if they lose, it's going to be close. Right now, they only moved down to a 10 seed.
Yeah.
Last thing I saw. I don't know if Lenardi's released another bracket because he got hacked. Did you guys see that? He was selling MacBooks.
Nice.
And I almost sent it to Shawn because I thought it was real for a half a second. And I was like, wait, never mind.
Joe Lenardi selling MacBooks?
Yeah, because he needs a new MacBook.
Isn't yours like new?
Kinda.
It's tragic.
But yeah, this is such a crapshoot of a year, guys, for the tournament. It's there. Some teams need to start pulling away. These Big 12 teams that are all 12-7 that are almost ranked need to start losing a bunch of games.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Like they can't keep beating each other because it's really damaging other conferences like the Pac. And I'm not taking anything away from the Big 12. It's a great conference. There's some really good teams in that conference. We got a really good one tonight between Kansas and Baylor. But the wins that ASU has are just not that impressive. Everyone's like, it's funny. There are 2 sides of the ASU fan base when it comes to college basketball, or this college basketball team. It's either the how are we not ranked and why are we not higher in net?
Yeah.
And the how are we even in the tournament? This makes no sense. There's a middle ground. I think they're exactly where they should be, or where they deserve to be right now. A 10 or a play-in. I think that's where they should be. We'll see what happens over these next couple games. If they need to put a winning streak together somewhere. I don't expect them to rattle off 8 straight, but it's also not crazy to think about because they should, in theory, win all of the next 8 games. They should.
Yeah.
If you take all of these games by themselves without travel, whatever, they should, in theory,
they're the better team than
they are the better
in the
team
next 8
in
games.
the next 8 games, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree.
But then you could argue that they're the worst team in the next 3 after that.
They are.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
USC one I think is close, but
yeah,
it
depends what Drew Peterson you're getting.
Exactly.
Because, dude, can we just talk about? Oh my God.
Yeah.
The man. Do you know what he did the night before? Let me find it. Let me find his stats the night before. It was horrible. Horrible.
To Jacob's point in the chat, it's frustrating too because unfortunately the losses are way louder than the wins.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty embarrassing losses. The non-conference ones.
Yeah, but I mean, they're louder because of the scores and the gaudy whatever. Like you have people coming at me and other people on Twitter about the UCLA loss when they're saying this wasn't close. Go dig a hole.
Obviously,
they were obviously watching the game.
But I mean, the losses should be louder than the wins. They haven't, like we said. What do you mean? They haven't beat anybody. They beat a Michigan team that has not done shit. A Creighton team.
Well, no, I'm saying like
And the losses are
in a perfect world, the losses aren't louder than the wins.
Well, no, in a perfect, if you were losing to the same caliber of teams as you were beating, but they lost to a team that's won.
Yeah, they lost
three other games.
They lost to two games,
and then they got embarrassed by a non-power 5. And that, which is it's USF. It's not fucking nobody's, but like it's still a non-power 5.
Shouldn't lose by almost 40.
Against Arizona, Boogie Ellis was 2 for 11, and they were open. Drew Peterson was 5 of 14. He was the leading scorer with 15 points, but 5 of 14, 1 for 5 from 3. It's sometimes you get dealt a bad hand in shooting nights. He was 7 for 11 against ASU with 19 points, 3 of 6 from the 3-point line. Boogie Ellis 7 of 16. God, Boogie Ellis was a commander, man. He was so good.
12 rebounds against Washington.
That was his best game of the season, though.
I did not realize that. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was his best game of the year. The interesting other side of this conversation that Shawn and I talked a little bit on the post-game show, Shane, while you were talking with Hurley, was just some of the other teams in the Pac-12 that are going to be on the edge trying to get a bid, right? You look at USC, you look at Utah, you can make the argument for Oregon and probably Colorado, like it's somewhere down the stretch, right? Like these are all teams very similar to ASU, I feel like, where they have the talent. So honestly, all of those teams have their best win is better than ASU's best win.
Yes.
Right? And now you've got USC that has the head-to-head over ASU. Shane, you expect USC to beat them down the stretch as well. Like when it comes down to it, and these teams are all trying to make their bid for the big dance, like ASU gets left out at this point if they don't have a win over a UCLA or an Arizona, right? Because Oregon's got that. Colorado, they've got their win over Tennessee. Like,
yeah, but overall record, man, like if I don't know, because USC probably gets in above you. I don't know if Oregon does. Oregon's 11-9, man. Like they gotta catch fire to make the dance.
That's why I feel like this year more than your average year, like what happens in the Pac-12 tournament is going to have a lot of influence.
We're going to know exactly how the rest of the season is going to go in the first 2 minutes of Thursday's game. The first 2 minutes of Thursday's game.
It's going to tell us how the rest of the season goes.
If they come out flat again, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. If they can't get up for a huge road game on a Thursday against an opponent that you've already beat after 2 embarrassing losses at home, or 1 embarrassing loss, another close battle, there's a problem. On 5 days of rest, there's a problem. You have to get up for that game.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. It's going to be interesting, no doubt, not just the games this week, but the rest of the season for this team is going to be something to keep an eye on.
Let's bring up LTC's comment. Could shake things up with the starting lineup this week after his post-game comments. LTC's talking about when Bobby said, I've never seen, or you can ask DJ about that, and I've never seen him play like this. Like
he played bad, man. He's played bad the last 2 games. 3 halves, no scoring.
Last 3 halves.
Last 3 halves.
He played really well in that first half against UCLA. But he just didn't shoot. Like, I don't know.
But that's super uncharacteristic of him. Like, we give him shit for there are shots that he takes that go in, and it's great, but they're bad shots. As of late, those bad shots don't go in, and I feel like what we saw from him this past game against USC was him almost getting in his head a little bit about those bad shots for the first time, I would say, in his career at ASU.
I don't think he was getting in his head about the bad shots. And I don't really think he was taking bad shots against USC.
He didn't take any shots. He barely shot the basketball against USC.
Let me find his numbers.
I mean,
he took 5 shots.
I'll take Dez's word for it because Dez himself had tweeted about them needing to make better decisions. I think it was after
the
UCLA game. If he thinks they're taking bad shots, they're probably taking bad shots.
I don't even know if his tweet was about shots, though. I think it was turnovers because there were some really, really, really bad turnovers at the end of that game.
But I mean, they do take bad shots. They took bad shots last year.
Are we doing this again?
But I mean, this is
part of the conversation.
I know, but we've settled on this. At least I have. Like, this is how this team's gonna roll, like it or not.
Well, yeah, but you can't sit here and say that they don't take bad shots.
I'm acknowledging they take bad shots. That's what I'm saying. This is just what they do.
Yeah, that's fair. Look, bad shots or not, let's talk about some good shots, guys. Last Wednesdays are back at Four Peaks. Join our PHNX crew at the 8th Street Pub on January 25th as all of our shows are live and in person throughout the day. You guys can enjoy $3 beer specials. Come say hi and maybe order yourself some shots at the Four Peaks bar. Those are definitely good shots.
You can even take like samples of the beer. which are basically like shots but tastier.
Beer shots?
You ever done a power hour with beer shots?
No. I haven't done a power hour in a long time.
Power hour guy.
You're not a big. That doesn't surprise me though that you're not a power hour
I don't
guy.
like drinking for sport.
Well,
Wow, really?
for sport,
That's probably my favorite way to drink. If we're being honest, like a beer die tournament, beer Olympics.
I've never played beer
21
die
plus,
either.
drink responsibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, yeah.
Beer
thank
die
you.
is
Way
so
to bring it home.
boring.
What? Oh, that's cap.
Beer
Beer
die
die
is
is so
boring?
much fun. I like the sport of
Well,
it.
no, but she's probably coming from a place where she's watching
Arizona.
it, and it's
Okay,
not-
first of all, I have won beer die more than I've lost beer die, but I don't enjoy playing it, and I especially don't enjoy watching it. I just think it's boring. I'd
It's-
rather
I love
play.
It's probably the most.
I'd rather
like
play
it, Shawn?
beer
Athlete.
pong. I'd rather
You like
play
it?
Oh, yeah.
Rage Cage.
Rage Cage, I love Rage Cage.
Hey,
I hate Rage
You know what's
Cage.
happening when CHGO and DNVR come down here for the Super Bowl? We're going over to the Airbnb and we're playing. Beer
It's been a
die.
very long time, so I'm not going to promise that I'm good at it. But I don't like drinking for sport, but I love sport. Like I love
Okay.
competing in things.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
love sport.
so like,
I told Leah this the other day, or like a month ago. I had kind of an epiphany about myself. My favorite thing in the world is games.
yeah, no, I'm the trust.
Like,
exactly
like make a game out of anything.
Yeah,
I am
and you're here
so
for it.
about
If
it.
there's something I can,
I was probably such an easy child to entertain.
like that's the thing.
Count the trees out the window.
If I think
Do
that
it.
if
Got
if
you.
I had any like modicum of athletic ability, I would be one of the greatest athletes of all time. I love competing, but I also hate being bad at things, so I don't compete if I know I'm going to be bad. If I
Being
was
a competitor doesn't make you
no, but I'm
one of the
saying
greatest athletes.
if I had athletic ability, like there's nothing more I want in this world than
There's
to
a
win.
lot of college basketball players that I've watched that are great competitors and have a little bit of athletic ability. They are not great
Okay,
athletes.
okay.
They don't want it as much as I do. They don't want to win their college basketball games as much as I want
Okay,
to win
but see, the
Mario Kart
difference
at Dave and
between-
Buster's.
But the difference between you and me is
I don't think
I
that's
just like games. I don't need to
Oh,
win
I need
every
to
time.
win. I need to win.
All right.
That's what makes games fun. Is the chance
Leah
to win
thinks
something.
she's won like everything we've done, and it's just like it's
Well,
because
Leah is also the kind of
She's
person
getting
that
ready
you
to
don't like
slap the fuck outta
competition,
you.
right? You don't like competing.
I'm the same as you, Shawn. That I think I have natural athletic ability that I just like didn't care enough to.
Oh, no, I was saying
Because
he's the opposite of
Yeah.
that.
I have no athletic ability, but
so
I
we
care.
need we need to like
But I
merge as
care.
one,
Yeah.
and we would be like an unreal.
Oh my
athlete.
god, lawn.
Just
Slia?
No, lawn works so much better.
Lawn?
Yeah.
Leah, it would be.
Oh, gosh.
Leah. That
Anyway.
sounds like a
Oh,
slur
Shane,
or
why don't you
something.
tell the people about how they can make some money on
You
competition?
want to talk about winning?
You want to talk about winning?
Well, let's talk about winning on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Why don't we?
Winning on the DraftKings Sportsbook app was easy for your boy this weekend.
It was easy for your boy as well. Emotional
Actually,
hedge.
I didn't emotionally hedge. I emotionally bet with my heart on the Buffalo Bills. But I made money
Loser.
everywhere else. But I made money everywhere else when it comes to player props, when it comes to over-unders on the MEAC conference, the Middle Eastern Athletic.
MEAC.
I don't know if that's even what it is, but
The
the
Mideast.
Horizon League.
You should call it the
The
Middle
MAC.
Eastern Conference?
No, Middle Eastern Atlantic. I don't know what it
Oh,
is.
okay.
Can you find out what the
I'm pretty sure it's the Mid-Eastern.
Mid-Eastern Atlantic
Mid-Eastern-
Conference?
Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, whatever,
MEAC.
whatever it is.
Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference.
You
I'm
can
a big
find
fan
it.
of the MAAC.
So it,
The Mid-Atlantic
yeah, so
Athletic
it is
Conference.
the
It is the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference,
suck it.
not the Middle Eastern Athletic
Well, but it's the same thing. Mid is short for middle. Okay, the DraftKings Sportsbook app is
Or
the
average.
best place to place your bets
Like
for the
other
two
sports
conference
bets.
championship games. Unfortunately, Shawn, the Bills are not in it, but you can still make some money.
Damn, he
on
did.
it.
Literally, I don't give a shit. I
And
don't care
only
about
a
the Bills.
few more shots to win big on the playoffs with the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
Imagine
Official
rooting
sports
for
betting
that
partner.
team
I'm
of
going to keep
losers.
talking shit about the Bills if you don't stop interrupting me.
No. I mean, sure. I was also talking about shit about the Bills.
Okay. New customers can bet just
That's how I
$5
deal
and
with
get
my pain,
$200 in free bets
Team
instantly.
of losers.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
Never
Use
had a
promo code
chance.
PHNX.
It
New
was always
customers
the
can bet
Bengals
just
money line.
so this is the thing.
Yeah.
We have stopped doing this to you. We've completely
Well,
stopped.
I was just doing it now
because
because
you know
brought
what?
it
When I
up.
listen back, it's
Mm.
unlistenable. Our
Yeah,
accents.
yeah.
So
I've been saying
So-
I'm the one sitting here wearing
Welcome
the
to the party.
headset.
Welcome to the
I-
party.
new customers can bet just $5 on the conference championships and get $200 in free bets instantly. Only the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Promo code PHNX. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for more details.
Finished.
Bills suck.
Bills do suck. I saw somebody compare.
Oh, build a dome.
I saw somebody
build a dome.
compare saying Josh Allen is going to be the Phillip Rivers of this generation.
Literally, shut your stupid mouth. That
It
is,
wasn't
that
me.
is
It
Jay,
wasn't
that
me.
is Jay Herbo's spot.
That wasn't no.
I mean,
Herbo's not going to get there, unfortunately. I feel like
I'll
so.
take
Let's talk about swim and dive because they're
Oh, wait.
getting there.
before we do that, I wanted to. This is a 49ers podcast now. Gotta be.
No.
Ayuk? It has to be. He's the only rooting interest that we have.
I think the 49ers have the worst chance to win the Super Bowl out of the 4 remaining
I don't want
teams.
to talk about this because he's.
I'm just saying.
Tell me I'm wrong.
This
You're
should
wrong.
be,
How am I wrong?
I think you're wrong as
getting
well.
into this.
Really?
This should be an Ayuk podcast.
Yeah, that's an IU podcast.
Go Niners.
Yep.
Okay.
Niner up.
There you go.
Niner
Big
good.
ASU swim and dive.
Duh.
They're a wagon. Number 1 in the country.
Radio flyer. Who?
They beat the shit out of number 2 Cal. They beat number 12 Stanford. And they got number 19 U of A this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team.
Grant House went crazy.
That's what he does.
Leon
He goes
Marchand.
crazy. Grant House.
Grant House had a
Wagon.
great picture.
How many years of eligibility does Grant House have left?
Literally as
He's
many
got
as he
infinite
wants.
eligibility on this program.
He's here forever. He's just going to go straight from athlete to coach, I feel like. I think that makes
Well,
the most sense for
when
him.
Cal wins by 33, he's going to replace Shawn.
Okay. Oh,
Sorry
sorry about that, bud.
Completely fine.
Bob Bowman, I feel like, has not gotten enough recognition just in terms of ASU media. What he has done to this program over the course of the last, I would say, 7 or 8 years, it's been nothing short of remarkable. Because he turned this place into a swim and dive hub on a national level, which is, I think, another thing in terms of swim and dive that doesn't get appreciated enough. Is it is a sport that is so unique in the fact that you get people from all over the world. And for him to get those kinds of athletes, bring them here, and really they haven't missed a beat. So flowers to Bob Bowman.
In between coaching, in between just being a great guy, he also likes our tweets.
This is true.
does like
Really
the tweets.
random tweets, Bob. Really random tweets. Leon Marchand.
Dude.
He's him.
You want to talk? I mean, going back to what you're just talking about, Bowman, like, guy like Leon Marchand probably can go anywhere he wants in the country. Like, he definitely can go anywhere
He's
he
one of
wants
the best
in
swimmers in the
But
world.
he would be successful no matter where he went. But it says a lot, I think, about Bowman in this program that guys like Leon Marchand are trusting him with their careers.
Yeah.
Like, someone that's going to push them in the right direction. Leon Marchand, I need to get to the Olympics next year.
Every single time I see an update from swim and dive, he breaks a record.
No, literally.
He
I think
broke-
what is it 400 individual medley?
Yep, 400 individual medley, 3 minutes 31 seconds, 8.84, a new NCAA record, and the place went crazy for it. It's just insane.
Yeah, and then he's gonna be in Paris for the Olympics presumably next year. Dog, it's gonna be.
But he's not the only
I can't
one.
wait to have an Olympian and like a Sun Devil Olympian. That'll be dope.
He's not like the only one doing crazy
At all.
things. Like Hubert Koss, like every race, if it's not Marchand, it's Koss. And then right behind them, David, I want to pronounce this correctly. David Schleet, I want to say. He's third place. Like, it's not like they're just getting first place and then you get guys from Cal and Stanford, second, third, whatever. Like, this is, if you look at the way it is scored, you have ASU players first, second, and third more often than not. Like, they're dominating these teams. I don't know if I've seen a swim and dive competition that has ended more drastically than when ASU destroyed Cal.
Yeah,
Like, this is a number 1 and number 2 team in the country.
yeah. Well, I mean, on the men's side,
They
the women's
dismantled
side, unranked, and they beat 11
Yeah.
Cal. So like it's like a head to toe thing. Yeah, I mean it's this. I mean we've talked about this before though. Whether it's talking about Ray or whatever, like the state of ASU athletics is way better than people want to give it credit for. And like the swim and dive is like the marquee program because like there's things like triathlon who have been doing this for a minute, and it's like okay, they're just better than everybody else. Like
Yeah.
there's a program that under Ray got built up to what it is right
Yeah.
now and is now the best in the country.
And they're not slowing down.
At all, they're getting better.
After U of A, they've got the Pac-12's championships, I believe mid to late February, and then they have NCAAs. This is a team that, I mean, Leon Marchand is gonna win something at both.
You'd have to assume.
Like, he's undefeated right now, which again, and swim and dive is so hard to do. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen a collegiate swimmer at the level of Leon Marchand than probably Katie Ledecky.
I was about to say, like, it's like you think of like people who dominate the sport while they're still in college.
Yeah.
Like literally the last one I can think of is Katie Ledecky just wiping the floor at the Olympics
Dude.
while she was in college.
She's like 14 of the 15 like fastest times, and it's just because she's only swam the race 14 times. Like she's gonna take 15. She just hasn't done the 15th swim yet.
That is, I think that's probably my favorite part about Olympic sports is every once in a while, it's like someone pops up and it's like, oh, they are better than like just
Everybody.
way better than everybody else.
Which is crazy to think when you're at this level, right? When you're at collegiate sports and you look at the Pac-12. The Pac-12, when it comes to these types of sports, specifically swim and dive, I would say it's the best conference in the nation in terms of swim and dive. I mean, you look at it; they got number 1 and number 2 and number 12, like, and they're dominating. It's not close.
Yeah,
like there's no reason to believe that this team shouldn't finish first at Pac-12s and that they shouldn't at least be top 2, top 3 after NCAA championships.
Yeah, this is again just like a marquee program, and I think it's an example of like what a powerhouse program looks like. Like you look at some of our other programs, like you look at hockey, for example, like it's tremendous, but it's clearly like an up and coming program. They don't have like that kind of head to toe depth, but like this is just like one of the best coaches in the country, some of the best swimmers in the country, some of the best facilities in the country. You have people like Michael Phelps who just like tangentially associated themselves with this program. Like this is SEC football level swim and dive program. It is
when you start
amazing.
winning, it only gets better.
Yeah. When you look at Bowman, right? Last point on this, but Bowman, before taking the ASU job, was I want to say he was Michael Phelps' personal coach, and he was the head coach for the U.S. like the U.S. team. Yeah, which is to get literally there isn't a better swim and dive coach in the in the country than Bob Bowman. Yeah, and you could argue the world based off of the U.S.'s success at swim and dive when it comes to the Olympics. It's absolutely insane. So all flowers, all props to them. If you haven't gone out to a meet, again, I want to say they've got U of A at home. They do. At the Mona Plummer Aquatic Center. Go. It's literally the last time, unless you're going to Federal Way, Washington, and watch the Pac-12s. Literally.
Swim and dive in Washington? Oh.
Yeah, they do it
not everywhere has such nice weather that they get to have their swim facilities outside.
Go check it out, guys. It's number 19 U of A. And at this rate, ASU football lost the Territorial Cup. ASU basketball is a win away from getting swept.
All 4 times?
All 4 times. Swim and dive, have faith that they're gonna get it done. So go check it out. Also, when you're making your way to the Aquatic Center right before that meet, why don't you stop at Burrito Express? Go get yourself steak, egg burrito. That's what I had for breakfast this morning. It's the wave.
I still haven't had mine today.
It's so good.
I had a burrito supreme this morning, and I'm having a
steak,
green chili one.
Ooh,
I've been eating a burrito the entire time I've been producing this show.
I've seen you hold it like this, and I'm kind of concerned.
Well,
you were like looking at your computer going.
Listen,
chalice.
That's just how burritos should be held.
You just wanted to like palm it like a basketball.
Like a burrito.
I didn't want to turn it on its side because I only have the bottom left. And
I understand, but you can hold it like a burrito.
The end of the burrito was by far the worst part of the burrito.
The worst?
Yeah,
there's not a worst part.
Oh, because it's over.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just.
There you go. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh gosh, guys! If you haven't been to Burrito Express yet, I don't know what you're doing. Head on over to your nearby Burrito Express location, and guess what? When you buy a $25 Burrito Express gift card, they're going to give you a free burrito.
What?
They're going to give you a free burrito when you get a $25 gift card. Literally. You hungry after you buy your gift card?
Yeah.
Here's a burrito.
No.
Yes.
Thank you.
You know what's better
That's what we do
than eating a burrito, though, is giving the gift of a burrito. And, you know, you might be able to take that free burrito and use it to tip your white glove delivery drivers for more furniture. I would 100% rather take a free burrito than like $20.
Speaking of white glove delivery service, we should just eat burritos with white gloves.
We should. No, because the burrito is like a working man's food. You got to get in there. You got to get dirty.
Well, the white glove delivery service is working man's as well. Yeah. They deliver.
Yeah, but it's a difference. They're here to make it your delivery process nice and smooth. But when you're eating the burrito, you want to get in the trenches with it. Part of the white glove delivery service, so you don't have to do it. You got people doing it for you. Those people are blue collar, but you know it's still white glove.
And the white glove delivery services for who?
More furniture. Duh. Best furniture on the planet. We're decked out. We had Bill Armstrong, GM of the Coyotes, on earlier.
Just sitting in more furniture.
Just sitting in more
A
furniture.
large man, if you didn't know.
He's Clark Kent.
He is Clark Kent.
I love when Craig was like, "Oh, you fit in the chair," and he was like, "Is that a dig at my weight?"
Yeah. It's not. He's a big man, tall man, and he was still comfortable in the more furniture because more furniture is for everybody. And yeah, that white glove delivery service, like we didn't have to. I was a little worried we were gonna have to like move big furniture when we moved in here. We didn't. They just showed up, set it down right where we needed it. It was done because white glove delivery service got it like that. So check them out. Morefurniture.com. That's MOR furniture.com for the best furniture in the valley.
Yes, sir.
Changing the world one burrito at a time. Exactly.
All right, guys. Last thing before we get out of here.
I was so excited to see this on the rundown. I'm so excited.
So
I texted RK. I said we're stealing this. He said it should be a lot of fun with 3 people. So
yeah.
Okay. So we
Shout
are
out
doing
DNVR
this
buffs.
specifically for football.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to be doing a quote unquote your guys draft.
Guys.
So for the 2023 season, or I guess last season, your guy was Elijah Badger, right? Who was your guy? Nesta. Nesta was your guy. This year, there's a lot of new faces, not only on the field, but on the coaching staff as well. So we're going to go 4 players and a coach. Okay?
Here for it.
We here for it? So Shane is going to have the number 1 overall pick. Would you like to go second or would you like to go third? Because it's been a minute since we did a draft.
I'll go second.
You're going second? I'll go third.
Are we snake drafting this or are we just going to go around?
We'll snake draft.
Okay.
I feel like that's fair, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm put in a bad spot just because I don't trust you guys enough not to take Badger.
You
Well, I
absolutely
told him this was like Juneteenth. This
no,
is
you absolutely
like
should not. You should not.
Okay, can you explain that so people that don't know?
We did a
You're
draft
right,
of
you're right,
holidays. He stole Juneteenth.
I didn't steal.
Yes, you did.
I did not steal. I drafted.
I mean, look at this. Look at this panel of 3 young men and ask who should have the birthright to
somebody called
Juneteenth.
a DNVR or just a Colorado fan called you white the other day.
That's crazy.
He said 3 white men talking about Deion Sanders.
Huh.
Also,
that's crazy.
This is can I talk about this
2.5.
really
What do you
fast?
want to talk about?
Deion quotes Coach Prime quote end quote Sanders. He brings this is just weird to me.
Oh no.
When is it appropriate for you to be a fan of a college team? When either you grew up watching them and you had an affiliation with them, or you had an affinity for them. Your parents went to that school, or you went to that school. That's basically it, right?
Or you're going to that school,
or you're going. Yeah, that's basically it, right?
Fucking pay your.
Yeah, I would say so.
On the DMVR comments, this is fine, by the way. I just think it's a little strange. It's totally fine if you're one of these guys. They comment underneath, new Buffs fan from New England. New Buffs fan from no affiliation.
They're just fans
with
of
the school.
Deion.
They're fans of Deion.
That's like Lakers fans. So like you're actually
so
just a LeBron fan.
weird.
That is odd.
And then they have the audacity to come at us like we're talking crazy.
You haven't been here for the 0-16 season or whatever not 0-16, but you know what I mean.
You eat lobster rolls in Maine, and now all of a sudden you're going to pay attention to Denver college football programs or Boulder. What are we? I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's fine. I respect it.
It's okay.
It's good for the numbies.
I don't respect
it's just, okay. You don't respect yourself, so.
Oh my, yeah.
He was ready to be so offended, and he was like, "Actually,
what do you mean by that?"
You know what I mean by that because you're offended.
I feel like I respect myself.
Well, actually, I think that respect has started in a higher trajectory.
Like I'm starting to respect
You're starting
myself.
to respect yourself a little more.
Would you say that?
I don't know. I never really got the vibe that you didn't respect yourself.
That's fair.
So.
Like what is something like you don't?
I know never mind. Let's just not.
What do you know?
I feel like
we talked about this at Gilligan's. We'll move on.
I didn't go.
I don't remember.
And I didn't feel like going out, so I have no idea. What
You did get a photo though. Oh, I didn't tell you. Never mind. Let's carry on.
Yeah, let's move on.
We can always spend so much time talking about our nights out before something goes very wrong.
Yep.
I feel like
Nothing went wrong. Nothing went wrong.
I guess not. Something goes wrong
Some
before
guy
we
in a
put one of
jersey,
us puts
though,
our foot in our
I
mouth.
was leaving Maya, and there was a
You
guy.
went to Maya?
I ended up at Maya. Yeah.
Ew.
That's why I didn't go out.
Well,
he's like, it'll be an hour. I
There was a
promise.
guy in a Chiefs
Shawn,
jersey.
you know what I did? I went. I
And then
had
he went
one
home.
drink and I left after 30 minutes. It was perfect.
See, if I could have trusted that both of you would behave that way, I might have gone.
Behave.
Wait, I didn't rely on anybody to behave a
Yeah,
certain
I was
way.
on
I knew
him.
this is what I was doing and I left.
Yeah, but
You got to trust yourself.
I don't, though.
Yeah, so don't put that on me. No, there was a guy in
It's
a Travis Kelce jersey who told me he was going to kick my ass when I was leaving Maya. And I'm just like, what are we doing?
Did you run into him?
No, I didn't run into him.
Why did he say it?
Well, I told him to go fuck himself because he was a Chiefs fan. And then he's like,
Well,
why did you say that?
I would argue that this guy might be in the right here.
Yeah.
you've never jokingly done that?
I antagonized a drunk man at a bar late at night, and he threatened to fight
It was
me?
like,
You know
fuck
what?
you, you're a Chiefs fan.
I think you might be undervaluing how much weight the F word carries, Coach Ree. think you just throw it out there.
Like,
and
if,
tell
you,
somebody-
if you had hit him with like a go Jags, that would have been fine. He
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have threatened.
if you tell somebody that you don't know to go after themselves, it doesn't go over well. It's not just a word, Tocher.
yeah, well,
It is just a word.
Were you just like fuck you, or was it like
No, like I was like, is that I couldn't see, so I'm like, is that a Chiefs jersey? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh fuck you, dude. Like I'm a Chargers fan, but like jokingly.
okay? Yeah, no,
It
that
wasn't
guy's
like,
tripping.
hey, you.
If
Fuck you.
you,
It
if
wasn't
you
like
actually did that the way you are claiming that you did it, then
I don't
that-
believe that because
I am not 100% sold that you did it that way. But
you had a guard up, or your guard was down with the drinks you had. I don't think you just said it like that.
No,
I
I
think the
disagree.
inflection
we got
was
to throw the
different.
flag.
Yeah,
He
We
threw
need
the
to
flag.
progress.
I was
We
the
need
only
to
one
agree.
there, so
you were by yourself.
no, I wasn't by
I was going
myself.
to say that's a red flag. Speaking of a challenge flag,
Okay, dude.
my goodness.
Let's
Can we get
into
to the draft?
Let's get into the draft. Shade, with the first pick in the 2023
Well,
ASU football Your Guys draft,
Am I on the clock?
you are officially on the clock.
Shane Diefenbach, you are on
The
clock. There we go. This was like minus. Actually, the first overall pick odds were taken off of DraftKings.
Okay.
Elijah Badger's going number one.
Connor Bedard. All right.
Hey, so amazing pick. Amazing. Like I know it's like it was expected. It was whatever. Great pick.
yeah.
I mean, I think it's a little unfair. It's like the MLB or the NHL where you draft somebody and then you lose their rights and you have to draft them again. Like I had been saying,
You done had been saying.
Yeah, it's kind of like you should have just the Canadians. They had Shane right there, and they were like, no, we're going to draft our guy. Should have just drafted your guy. Let the cards fall their way. Second, I feel like this is easy. Jordan Clark, my guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Amazing pick. I'm gonna go for my first pick. Give me Jalen Conyers.
Okay, but you didn't pick Drew Pine, you fake Notre Dame fan.
Wow. Well, on the way back, I'm gonna be taking Drew Pine.
Respect.
There you go.
that's crazy. That he's not even going to be the starting quarterback, though. Your guy's not even going to start.
Okay. Okay.
Crazy.
We'll see. We'll see how the season goes.
Okay, going back around, there's so many people that came through. I feel like I need to go with.
I love this so much.
Come on, Shawn.
I have to go. Okay. Do I have two picks right here?
No, just one.
Damn. All right. Then I am going with. I have to do it.
Okay, then do it.
I'm just trying to remember the name. 'cause
Oh my
A lot of
God.
transfers. Oh no. Prince Dobra, Texas guy.
There you go.
Okay.
Horns up.
Solid pick. Solid
Okay.
pick.
I'll go with Ro Torrance. I
Okay.
think he's gonna have a phenomenal year. Yeah, I mean, he showed everything and then some. And I think there were some spots where he struggled, and some injuries here and there, but I think he's gonna be a true number one corner this year. So give me him and give me the newest edition, one of the newest editions, the newest transfer edition, Clayton Smith.
Oh fuck you,
Oh,
dude! I was gonna take that.
I had to go to the Texas guy, but I was going to go with the guy from Texas.
Former 5-star, 4-star transfer, gonna fly around the field.
Texarkana was
Clayton
good.
Smith.
That's a solid pick.
Coming back my
Yeah.
way, that was definitely who I was going. I mean, I feel like I might be taking him from y'all, but I got to. Ben Coleman,
Who was your first or second pick?
Prince Dobra,
Oh, okay.
Ben Coleman.
hook him.
That's crazy. You didn't even meet Ben Coleman.
No,
You're
yeah,
taking
that's
him.
why I had to take him.
That's wild.
Is that my third pick?
That was
Yeah,
your
that was
third
your
pick.
third
Give me Xavier Alford.
Damn it!
The safety from USC. I think he is going to be, when it's all said and done, one of the best players on this defense. So I'm super excited to see what he brings. And then I feel like it's kind of an easy pick, guys, but I'll take the value into Carlos Brooks here. ASU running back transfers do really, really, really
So many
well.
running backs. I didn't know.
Mhm.
Kind of like drafting a quarterback. You're taking a risk that he's
Yeah.
not the guy.
Yep.
But if he's that guy,
That's great value.
give me the Carlos Brooks.
For that reason, I'm taking Dalen Malcolm. No,
potential.
I might go two big men,
Okay.
and I'm doing this because hey, I know I gave you a hard time, but we gotta
No.
rise up out of the trenches
Wow.
together.
You-
Isaiah Glass,
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
are
say there were some
my guy.
There were some guys at the Sheraton doing exactly what you're doing, cleaning the glass.
Mm.
Yeah, making sure that
You are
everything's all
my
good.
guy. You are my guy.
You're a DePause.
Oh,
You
God.
are Isaiah DePause.
This is.
That goes crazy.
I can't believe he's here.
Yeah.
Totri already took a running back. Give me Tevin White.
Yeah,
There
I
you go.
considered it. but
Tevin White is going
the
to
running back
go
scared me.
crazy this year. They scare you like they're like this isn't fantasy.
I'm treating it like this.
Okay. And then give me a guy that I think is going to break out in a receiving core that is just ridiculous. Give me Xavier Guillory.
Ooh.
I mean,
Wait, is that 5 players for you then?
You
need a coach. Need a coach.
can we do 5 and a coach?
It's a Shawn question. Shawn's got me graphic.
I can draft another one. I was never even told I'm making a graphic, but I'm sure I can figure it out.
Sure, we can go 5 and a coach. So Shawn, this is your 5th player.
All right.
Works for me because I get the coach that I want at the start.
Let's go. I don't know. I wasn't prepared for this. Do you have one locked and loaded, Totri?
Not necessarily.
Really?
There's one guy that I want.
Okay, then take him.
Well,
You go.
I'm gonna take Gio Sanders. This guy that had a phenomenal season last year. I think
This receiving core is so stacked.
with
Hopefully.
Katie's offense, I'm super excited to see what he's able to accomplish this season.
You can take another receiver, Shawn.
I've considered it.
Texas too.
Yeah.
Oh
no,
yeah, I forgot.
I've.
God, they got so many transfers,
They got
dude.
so many receiver transfers.
That's what I'm trying to think because I got 2 big guys already.
Yeah, you're good in the trenches.
I got
You got a nickel or a corner.
I got a corner and I got an edge rusher or a linebacker.
Don't take a receiver. Take Troy Amir. He's from Sugarland, man.
No,
Okay.
listen.
Troy Amir, you hear that? You're not Shawn's guy. That's crazy.
Who you taking?
I'm not letting you be forgotten. You spent all this time here, committed yourself to the program.
Oh, let's go.
Trent Bourget, you're my guy.
Let's go.
There
my guy.
you go.
I'm
Let's
also
go.
betting against Drew Pine.
You're
which
betting
I'm not
against my
betting
guy.
I'm betting against you. I'm not betting against Drew Pine. I hope you're very successful.
Yeah.
But Trent Bourget.
2
You don't
quarterback
deserve-
system.
So
You
one
don't
of
deserve
us,
to get-
No, 2 quarterback system. incoming.
Hanover's going to start, and we're just going to be shit out of luck.
That'll be something. Okay, so I got Gio. Then this is my last pick. Will be my coach. I don't want to take KD.
I don't think anybody
I
can.
feel like that's an easy pick. Give me Rashad Samples.
Yeah.
I think with the weapons that he's got, and I don't think I say this in a good way. I don't think Rashad Samples is going to be an Arizona State coach for very long.
Yeah.
No.
So that's my pick for my coach.
I mean,
BC. Give me Glenn Thomas.
Wait, you're going BC?
wait.
You're going Brian Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What'd
he's
you
going
say?
Brian Ward.
Oh, you're going Brian Ward?
Yeah, duh. Fucking cute guy.
Syracuse.
Oh,
I
duh.
have to.
Duh. I'm stupid. Well, then give me Brian Carrington.
Yeah.
There you
Just
go.
dropped another video, by the way.
Did
of
you
him
say
getting
Glenn
off a plane.
Thomas?
I was joking.
Okay. I was going to say that name gave me nightmares for a
I
second.
almost
Give me
took
Zach Hill, Glenn Thomas, Donnie
AP.
Henderson,
Antonio Pierce, too.
Antonio Pierce.
And Herm
give me
Edwards.
Herm Edwards.
Oh, no. What am I saying? Give me
Todd
Brian Billick.
Mm. Oh, I
And
forgot
Marvin
about that.
Lewis.
I almost took Iguano there because
That would've been a solid.
He's the Bourget of coaches.
All right, so to rehash these picks, who do you have on your roster, Shane?
Dude. It's going to take a while. Give me a second.
Okay.
Gullery Badger, Rowe, Tevin White, and
BC.
and then shit, dude, that's a long time ago. That is a long time ago.
Clayton
Rowe?
Smith.
Clayton Smith, thank you.
Clayton Smith. Okay. I got Jalen Conyers, Drew Pine, DeCarlos Brooks, Xavier Alford,
Such a front running team. He didn't want to take any big risks.
Giovanni Sanders, and Rashad Samples.
I took
Don't want to take any risks.
Trenton Bourget.
Yeah.
Prince
Sean's
Dobra.
all risk team.
Yeah, really. Isaiah Glass. Prince Dobra. Who else did I take? Oh, Jordan Clark
And Ben Coleman.
and Ben Coleman. Yes.
There you
And
go.
then, obviously,
Solid team.
DC,
Team full of characters.
B-dubs.
We will have this up at some point so that you guys can vote for who you guys thought had the best team. Hopefully they all pan out and they all turn into phenomenal players for this Arizona State Sun Devil team.
Wait,
because,
we're voting on
quarterback
this?
system.
oh, yeah.
Wow.
We're voting on this.
And what's the vote?
I mean, we're just going to put it out there. Who's got the best team of guys? Or you could just put the graphic out there.
Yeah, I think this
Who
isn't
just-
a winning thing. This
Who
is,
are
maybe
your,
this is a
who are
winning
your
thing.
guys?
We just we could see who wins
Your
at the end of the year.
guys.
Like
Yeah, we should
That's
come up
fine.
with like a fantasy scoring system type thing. We should have.
How would you do that for linemen, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
pancakes.
Yeah. Are you going to be watching and keeping track of that?
Shit, I would love to.
Okay, you can do that because I don't think that's actually
Shane,
a
what did you
stat.
think of the quarterback play today? I don't
I
know,
was
but
just
Bram had 13 pancakes.
Yeah, you
I
know how
forgot
there's
about Bram,
a,
Yeah,
too.
I know there were so many.
Shit.
you know how there's an all 22. It's just an all 5. Just all 5 fellas
All
up front.
All 5
I
fellas.
was thinking about taking Bram.
Look, guys, ASU football is still a ways away, but that doesn't mean you can't be going out to some.
Montana Warren dog.
Oh, yeah. Go out to some ASU sporting
He
events,
is one of
guys.
the funniest.
ASU swim and dive, ASU basketball, ASU hockey, everything in between. And when you get tickets, do it on Game Time. You guys can save up to 60% on tickets when you buy tickets last minute. The best way to support us is by buying your tickets through the link in the description.
Honorable mention Ashley Williams.
Yeah, we should. You know what we should have done? We should have gone down the entire
Transfer list?
roster. We should have like drafted until we had the entire roster.
So a whole episode of just names.
Well, and we didn't necessarily have to do it live, but I'm just saying we should every guy should be claimed.
Ashley Williams, 3.5 sacks this year. Calling it.
Okay, there you go.
Blazing Lano Wong. What's good?
Oh, what a name! I love that guy's name.
It's a great name.
Yes, go get your tickets on Game Time.
Speaking of, sorry.
That's done. That's good.
I was gonna say, speaking of names, we didn't mention one of the GOAT names, Charlie Brown, during swim and dive,
Hold on a second. Why are you so respectful of his ad read, Shawn?
because he yelled at me.
Oh, that's fair.
Also, he doesn't interrupt me, so I respect him more.
I rarely interrupt you.
Hmm.
I'd say you interrupt me more than I interrupt you.
Shawn, you want to tell people about the Bad Birdie?
It's bad in the Michael Jackson sense. Maybe the greatest golf apparel of all time. I know we were making plans to go golf sometime soon. Were you a part of those plans, or
I don't think I was a part of the plans.
Oh.
Well,
Sorry.
we were.
It's okay.
we
I
weren't
get it.
making plans?
Nah, I get it. I get it.
Well, this is why we were making plans.
It is what it
because
is.
We talked about our schedules because we work 48 hours a day.
A day, yes.
I
I thought you were gonna say a week, and I was just like, that seems low.
No, we work 48 hours a day, and we have a Sunday off completely from everything for the first time in a long time.
And so our idea of getting off is let's spend time with the people that we spend all the time with.
Friends.
Pause.
But it's worth what?
That was a pause.
Never mind. Keep going.
But we're gonna be on the links in our Bad Birdie. I've been waiting for an opportunity to like wear this and just like full fit, golf fit, head to toe. And we're gonna do that. Check them out. You can get 15% off your order when you use promo code PHNX_sports15. That's PHNX_sports15 at badbirdiegolf.com. They've got hoodies. Max still hasn't gotten me one. If this goes on much longer, I'm going to have a physical altercation with them because Bad Birdie's worth it. It's worth prison time. Don't go to jail for it, but it's worth it.
Worth prison time. Get it on you.
Get it on you.
There you go. Gents, anything else before we call it a day? No? Nothing?
I was just
Got nothing?
ready for. No, not really.
Okay.
I got it.
Sometimes you guys will do this thing where you look at each other and smirk mid-show, and I want to get up and leave.
We didn't just do that.
Yeah, you did.
No, we
No,
didn't.
that time we do that, but that time wasn't really that.
No,
I
it
was just
wasn't at
like
all.
I was like looking, and then Shane didn't answer, and I didn't answer. I was just like, now
Leah,
we're all quiet on a podcast.
Anything you want to say?
No.
Thank you, though, for at
Go
least
watch-
acknowledging it with a verbal response.
Go
Petey and
watch
Craig
the-
do this to me too. I'll say anything else to add, and they just say
Just
nothing.
fucking
I'm like,
sit
I don't
there.
care if you have nothing else to say. Just say no.
Yes.
But the funny thing about that is half the time it's like, do you have anything else to add? Hopefully you don't, because we really have to get out of here. And it's
Yeah.
like, have I ever told you about quantum physics?
It literally goes one of two ways. Either they say nothing or they say too much
Yes.
and add another 10 minutes.
That's
Do you want
fair.
me to start talking about like?
I mean, if you have anything else to
I was
fucking
gonna
add,
gonna make another parents divorce joke, and I got yelled at for the last time I did that. So
Who
I was
yelled
like-
at you?
Well, I didn't get yelled at. I was being
Go
dramatic.
watch
Wasn't
the
your dad that
Coyotes
yelled at you, right?
interview with Bill Armstrong.
The
That's
one
my
person who
plug.
couldn't yell at me, no, it was not my dad.
Guys, if you enjoyed the content, give us a follow at PHNX_Sun-Devils.
Sorry, that
Give me
must
a
have
follow at Anthony_Toad. You can follow Shane at Shane D. If you can follow Shawn at Pause, at Shawn_to-pause.
Interrupting Shawn as always.
We'll see you guys.
Isaiah Glass is the largest supporter, as always.
We'll see you Wednesday at 2. Until then, peace.